Hey dreamers and Disney fans everywhere, welcome to the Disney Magical Mindset Podcast. This is my very first episode and I'm so excited to share with you today the magic of Disney and explore how to bring its wonder and joy into our everyday lives. Don't you want that? The magic of Disney, even long after you leave the parks, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Ruben, your Disney Magic mentor, and today we're going on a special journey, one that might just inspire you to take flight. That magical place in Peter Pan where you never grow up. And every day feels like an adventure. To get there, all you need is faith, trust, and a little pixie dust. Now, I know this might not be your favorite attraction at Disneyland or Walt Disney World, and that's okay. We're still friends. I still got nothing but love for y'all. And we're going to experience the magic together, regardless of our favorite attractions at a Disney park. But my absolute favorite ride at Disneyland is, you guessed it, Peter Pan's Flight. If I rope drop Disneyland, or should I say, when I rope drop Disneyland, it's the first attraction I'm going on. You know, it's a little harder the rest of the day because, as you know, it's a long ride wait time. But if I'm there early, bright and early in the morning, which, by the way, is the best time to experience all the attractions at Disneyland, rope drop, or for those of you who like to close the park close is also awesome as well. Every time I step onto that flying pirate ship, and hear the words, "Here we go," off to Neverland, soaring over London, I feel like a kid all over again. But as much as I love that ride, and I really do, it's my favorite, I've already said that, I realize that at some point, the ride is coming to an end. I've got to return from Neverland. And that's often the hard part, isn't it? For all of us who step into a Disney park, because we go there to, in some ways, escape what we experience in the real world. And then we have to go back. We have to return back from Neverland. But what if I told you that even though we can't live in Neverland, Neverland can live in us? I want to tell you, this thought is so powerful. It's one of the most freeing, powerful, liberating thoughts. I always want to be in Neverland. Believe me, I do. But I recognize that it's not really possible to always be there. I love to be with Peter Pan and the Lost Boys and Tink. But come on now, like we've got to return from Neverland. We can't stay there. Just like Wendy and her brothers, they came back home. And so the question is, how do we live with the Neverland mindset? How do we embrace the spirit of Neverland, knowing that we have to return? And I want to share with you a secret that is so powerful. I hope that this would encourage you this week, that you would experience and embrace a pixie dust mindset, living in Neverland, knowing, please hear me, that the magic of Neverland is not something that you have to fly to. It's already in you. It's right here, and I'm going to show you how. One of the most iconic moments in Disney's Peter Pan, and it's actually my favorite, it's my favorite part in the entire movie, is when Peter invites Wendy, John, and Michael to fly with him to Neverland. It's a moment filled with excitement, possibility, and of course, pixie dust. But here's the thing. This is the thing that is so powerful. The pixie dust Peter uses isn't what makes them fly. Sure, it's part of the magic, but there's something even more powerful that comes first. Do you remember what it is? Do you remember when Peter is even himself kind of confused and trying to figure out what is going on here? Why are these people not flying? And then it hits him. It's happy thoughts. Did you hear me? Happy thoughts. I need you to remember right now, you can never underestimate the power of happy thoughts and good intentions on your life. Watch what happens when you allow these happy thoughts to take hold of your life and to lead your life. So often, I know this is true because I do it myself. We start with the negative or we think toxic thoughts. And I'm telling you, that's the easiest way to sink yourself. yourself. That's the easiest way to keep you on the ground. But Peter tells them to think happy thoughts, to dream, to imagine. The pixie dust doesn't work without those happy thoughts. I'm getting too excited here. And that's our first big lesson. The magic we need to soar isn't outside of us. It's already within. Do you hear me? It's not the pixie dust. That comes after. Yes, it's magical, but the only way they can fly is they've got to believe they can fly. They've got to start with the happy thoughts. So let me ask you, what are your happy thoughts? What lights you up inside? What dreams make you feel like you could fly? Take a moment to think about it, and it can be anything that just creates happiness in your mind, in your heart. For me, I never forget the time that I saw my son for the very first time. And the reason why is because it was a very difficult pregnancy for my wife. I actually wasn't able to be with her in the pregnancy, the room, where she was delivering. I couldn't be there because she had an emergency C-section. So they rushed me out, and you can imagine how I was feeling in that moment. I wanted to be there with my wife and be there to see my son. I couldn't have any of that. So they rushed me to a different room while they operated on my wife to make sure that our son, Reuben, was coming out healthy. And there I was waiting. And, the anticipation, the anxiety, the stress of waiting for your son to be born. And then finally they rolled my baby boy out. And I'm telling you, that was one of the most precious, happiest moments of my life. And I just want to encourage you. We all have happy moments. It is easy. It's easy. I know it is to always think negatively. It is easy to focus on the toxic past, the negative thoughts. But today we're going to break that. And we do that by the power of happy thoughts. All from Peter Pan. We've learned this from Neverland. You think of a wonderful thought. Any happy little thought? Yes, that right there. One of the things I love about Neverland is it reminds me of adventure, freedom, and imagination. And those things, I've realized this. And it's really a principle in any aspect of life. Anything that you want to experience, whether that's adventure, freedom, imagination, you have goals, you have aspirations, dreams. Here's the truth. They don't happen by accident. They require intention. When I look at Peter Pan, my favorite character, who's your favorite character? Mine's is Peter Pan, of course, the best. When I look at Peter Pan, here's what I see. I see his intention. His invitation to Neverland isn't just about escaping reality. It's about choosing to see the world through a lens of possibility. It's so encouraging to learn this powerful principle from Peter Pan. As he comes to take Wendy, John, and Michael to Neverland, he's inviting them to a different place, right? Another place that he knows doesn't just happen by accident. He has to get them. And then he's got to persuade them to believe that they indeed can fly, right? It's about action and intentionality in our own lives. This means being intentional about the energy we bring to each day. What are you telling yourself every time you wake up in the morning? What are you telling yourself before you go to bed? What story are you reciting about who you are and who you desire to become? When we approach life with happy thoughts and good intentions, we create a kind of pixie dust that can transform our experiences. And I'm here to tell you today, that's the magic. That's the pixie dust that is already in you. I'm just here to remind you that it already lives inside of you. Let's make this practical for a moment. Think about one area of your life where you felt stuck or uninspired. Maybe it's your job, your relationships, or even your personal goals. It's 2025. We're starting all over again. This is the moment. And I want to encourage you. Here's what I want to say. What would happen if you approach that area with a mindset of happy thoughts and positive intentions? Every time that negative thought wants to come in, you've got to capture it. You got to give it to Hook or to the crocodile, right? And you've got to receive the happy thought. You've got to replace that lie of Captain Hook, and you got to replace it, right, with this happy thought. How could it change the way you feel? How could it change the outcome? Won't you just give it a try? I'm telling you, this is so life-changing. It's so powerful, this pixie dust mindset that you have in you right now. You see, when we choose to focus on the good, to dream big, and to believe in the possibility of magic, we're not ignoring the challenges of life. They don't necessarily go away. You know this, and I know this. Instead, we're choosing to rise above them. Just like Peter Pan, we're choosing to fly. You hear me? We're choosing to fly. I want you to say that with me. Wherever you are right now, you could be in the gym, you could be in the car, you could be at home. Say it with me. Come on, loud and proud. We're choosing to fly. Now let's bring it back to Neverland. In the movie, Neverland is a place of endless adventure and wonder. But for us, Neverland isn't necessarily a physical place. It's a mindset. It's a state of mind. It's the part of us that believes in dreams, embraces joy, and refuses to grow cynical. And I know as we grow older and as we become adults, it is easy to become more cynical because of what you've seen in life, because of the people that have let you down. But I want to just give you some encouragement to last you, right? To keep you going, to keep you believing that you may not live in Neverland, but Neverland can live in you. And here are 3 simple steps that you can take today. 1, find your happy thoughts. Remember, we talked about it already. Don't ever underestimate the power of applying happy thoughts and good intentions to all parts of your life and see what happens. Make a list of the things that bring you joy. I talked to you earlier about my son. Maybe for you, it's your child, or it's seeing your son or daughter graduate. It's walking together into a Disney park, or maybe it's something entirely different that just makes you smile, that inspires you, or reminds you of the magic in life. It's there. It is there. I promise you. Keep that list somewhere so you can see it every day. Or just have that list ready, put it in your phone and look at it. Those moments when you're discouraged or when you're down or when you feel like Hook's got the best of you, that's the time that you pull out your happy thoughts list. And then sprinkle your pixie dust, number 2. Use those happy thoughts to fuel your intentions, because that's your pixie dust. Remember, it's in you. You have already got it. I know some of you like Tink, and that may be your favorite Disney character, but here we're going to let Tink do her thing. And I want you to know that you've got that magic. You've got the pixie dust, right? To remind you of the happy thoughts and those good intentions when you face a challenge, or to remind yourself of your inner magic and approach it with positivity and hope. You can do this. And the number 3, here's the joy, like Peter Pan. Invite others to fly. Don't ever forget that when you learn to fly, one of your responsibilities now is to go help someone else fly. Just like Peter Pan, you have the power to inspire others. Share your joy, your dreams, and your magic with those around you. You never know who might need a little pixie dust in their life. And I've lived a pretty long life here so far, about 40 years. And I know there are people who need some pixie dust in their life. I know there are people who are hurting and discouraged right now, and who could use some pixie dust, who could use someone to come alongside them and say, hey, I believe in you. Hey, you can do this. Hey, let me show you how to have a Neverland mindset. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. You don't need to wait for someone to sprinkle pixie dust on you. I hope you won't forget. It's already within you. All you have to do is think your happy thoughts, set your intentions, and watch what happens. Watch how you soar. Remember, Neverland isn't about escaping reality, although I know we want that sometimes. For some of us, it's many times. It's about embracing the magic within yourself and bringing that magic to the world around you. Thank you so much for joining me on this first episode of the Disney Magical Mindset Podcast. If you enjoyed today's journey, and find value in what I'm sharing, I'd love for you to leave a positive review. It helps others discover the magic too. Please subscribe and share this podcast with your fellow Disney dreamers. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Disney Magic Mentor for more magical inspiration. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and remember, all it takes is faith, trust, and pixie dust. And you already know that the pixie dust is in you.